Today we're going to be talking about the Rattan LM 750 Pro fat tire folding e-bike. Now this is an excellent e-bike, especially for the price. I picked mine up a few weeks ago. So far I put 85 miles on it, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the bike and some of its cool features, since when I bought it there wasn't a whole lot of information available out there. So when you do get the bike, obviously comes with the charger, the battery. You get a little bag to keep the tools inside. You get the manual, and for the most part, that's kind of it. You can pay extra for some other accessories. Like I paid extra to get the front basket. They have a rear basket as well, but lots of other things you can get, as well as this is the cup holder that they sell for $30. So you can, if you really want theirs, it's honestly not that great of a quality, and you can only fit like a small size drink in there. So any big water bottles, it's not really going to work. So that's what their Rattan's cup holder looks like, in case you were interested. So let's get into it. So starting the bike, down here we have the key. I think it comes, I believe it came with 2 of these keys. And then all you do is put that into the battery like that, give it a twist, and now it's on the on position. Now, when you ride, the key stays inside here the whole time. So like, you know, if you don't have the keychain like me, because I have my bike lock key on here as well, like the key just sits there, which is fine. Like it never actually, like when you bike, it never actually like touches your leg or something. So it's been okay. And then, you know, when you want to turn it off, take it out with you, when you say you lock your bike up somewhere. So once you turn that on, you go over here, you hold down your mode, and then it turns on your screen. So you got your power, your speed, your pedal assist level, odometer, and there's some other things you can do on the screen as well, which I haven't really messed around too much personally. But you use these arrows here to go up to your pedal assist, go up and down. 0, there's no pedal assist, so you're just basically riding like a regular bike. And this bike is, you know, pretty heavy. I forget the exact specs, but it's, especially like when you have it folded up and you're trying to deadlift this into like the back of your car or truck, it's actually a lot of weight to just like deadlift, for sure. But so you have this, and you can also hold down the top button here, and that turns on your lights. So the bike comes with a front LED and then a rear tail light. And what I think is really cool, specifically about the rear light, is when you depress the brakes, this actually glows brighter, just like a car does. So that's kind of cool. And then here in the front, I have mine mounted on, like on the side, because I have the basket here. Because when the suspension compresses down, it actually like would touch the top of the light if I had it like more in the correct position. So I just tilted that down. Now, the front light is definitely not great. Like you can definitely be seen by people, but when you're riding, you probably can't really see that much. Because when I driven at night a few times, like it's not really great. So I just have a flashlight, like a really high quality flashlight mounted onto kind of like a flashlight bike holder, but you can, you know, get whatever bike light you want. But just so you know, I would not rely on just the inbuilt light to actually see good at nighttime. So, and then coming over to the front basket here, so I did like my own upgrade on this. So this like black piece of wood, I actually installed that onto the bottom of the basket, because honestly, the gaps here are just so significant. You can see how big like this gap is with these holes in the bottom of the basket. So it was really hard to actually put stuff in there like a water bottle without it actually falling through the basket. So that's one design element that I don't really like. Otherwise, these baskets are really, really high quality. Like, they're great construction. But I just put that piece of wood in there so that, you know, nothing really falls out. Then I just have my bike lock. That's where I store that as well. And then some other attachments I put on here. Put one mirror on here. And then I got the phone holder right there as well. So that's my setup. And then moving over here, so this is kind of like your locking mechanism to fold the bike in the middle here. So you pull this tab up and then you pull this tab towards you, and then like the hinge is over there, so then you can kind of fold it. Like, honestly, like the whole folding process, you know, is great. Besides the fact that sometimes the like some like metal piece, like some other pieces of the bike kind of hit like the brake disc right there. So if you have the rear seat foot pedals installed, like you can see this little bit of marking on the side right there. That's because this actually like rubs against it when you fold it up. So it's not that's like definitely a big design flaw, which causes some issues. But everything else about the folding is great. You pull this lever down as well, and then handlebars like fold down. But everything else about it has been pretty awesome. Now the rear seat, so many people out there are saying, you know, that you really can't fit a good sized adult on the rear seat. You know, I kind of bought this bike for me and my significant other to ride together on it, and we're both of us are 150 pounds, and actually the max weight capacity of this bike is 300 pounds is what Rattan says. Now we've, you know, ridden together several times. Like, the battery definitely, of course, drains a lot quicker, but we can still get up to the max speed of 28 miles per hour, and everything about the whole, you know, process of us being on there at the same exact time is actually completely fine. And, you know, even when going through turns and everything, like, the bike stays really stable, and you don't really have a feeling that you're going to fall off when you're on the rear seat. So again, like, of course, you know, that can damage, like, say the motor over time, or the battery have a shorter lifespan. But if you're only going to be doing it every once in a while, totally can be done. So not only children can be back here, you can definitely have a smaller size adult in the back as well. So when you get this bike, it actually does come standard with this pad, the seat pad on the back, and then what you do have to attach yourself is the rest here for your back. Now, this was a big also design flaw on here. So the clips that they use to clip this in are like plastic, and you have to take this off to install this. Now, after you take this off, it's really hard to get it back on, and I actually had to go out and buy my own higher quality like metal screws and washers to put this back on. As you can see, those right there, these pieces right here, those I put on there, so that's not standard, because the plastic washers, and like they did have regular screws, but it was just so, you know, like the more you would tighten the screw, it would just kind of like bite into the plastic. So when you would tighten it, it really wouldn't do anything. So I actually did upgraded that myself, and now it's very stable and it works really good. One other upgrade I did, so if you know, with these rear foot pegs you have for the second passenger, now they come with the, you know, the metal piece here that you screw on, but then they also come with this plastic piece that you put on right there, and then you have the two holes, and you can use the screw they came with and then put this in there and lock it in. So I decided not to actually put these on, the plastic pieces, because look at how much less foot space that you get when you put these on. Now, you know, I guess I don't know why it's there, so that you don't, like, say, get injured or say, like, on the screws or something, but I mean, they're not pointy, and if you look at this, like, the grip on this for your feet, like, you don't want to be slipping off, and the grip is not really anything. So I actually got like this kind of grippy paper here, or not really paper, but kind of like what the top of skateboards are made out of, that kind of sandpaper that can stick onto things. So I bought like a small roll of this for $7 on Amazon, and just put it on there, stuck it on, and then you get a lot more grip on that, instead of just the bare metal here, or having the plastic on there as well. So but yeah, so I also changed out my seat, because the seat that comes with it, after like riding for, you know, maybe like half an hour or like an hour, around that time, like your butt definitely starts to hurt. It's not the most comfortable. So I did get a different seat online just to put on there. But for the most part, that's kind of it. There isn't really too many complaints I have about it. Like, it's still just such a good quality bike for the price you're paying. One other thing I guess I will mention is, when you do have like the highest pedal assist on, like, activated, so like say we're going the max speed here, 28 miles an hour, the pedaling isn't like really doing a whole lot, because like, even if you're in the highest gear, or sorry, the lowest gear, I'm not exactly so sure, but basically if you're going, like, you know, kind of the fastest speed, like, your pedaling is not great. Like, because the pedal just spins so fast, like, there's not that much resistance, like, when you pedal. Like, it's just as if you're like climbing up a hill on a mountain bike, and you change the gears so like they spin like a lot more easier, and you can do more rotations. It's not ideal. So that's definitely something that I didn't like about it, is that the gears, like, when you go on like the faster speeds, isn't great. So for the most part, I just kind of like pull my throttle and do throttle only when I'm at like going fast at like 28 miles an hour, because the pedaling just really isn't there for me. So, but yeah, that kind of wraps up my video about the Rattan LM750 Pro e-bike. Feel free to put any questions you have in the comments, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.